Here's my question that I put out to the city. Hey, I thought Black Lives Matter. If Black Lives Matters, then the thousands of people I saw on the street when Floyd was murdered should be on the street right now stating that the lives of these Black children that are dying every night matters. We can't be hypocrites.
Yeah, Heather.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, our next guest is, listening to that, our next guest, Republican U.S. Senate candidate from Pennsylvania, Kathy Barnette. Kathy, I think Kathy is joining us. There she is.
Yeah.
Kathy, your thoughts, I mean, on the shootings and the crime and everything, and whether or not BLM, do you agree with the mayor that they should be commenting?
Yes, well, let me start off with the mayor is a coward. What he's doing is called deflecting, right? It is his job to stop the violence in the city or on the streets of New York. It's not Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter, like Antifa and so many others, they are not an extension of the government. That is his job. So instead of whining and complaining, he needs to begin to review the laws that are in place right now that allows the prison system to become a revolving door where people just come in and walk right back out, where criminals get to come in and then either no bail or very mild bail walk right back out. Now, when we're looking at Black Lives Matter, how many times have we said Black lives don't matter to these people? One of the things I realized, I grew up on a pig farm in southern Alabama. I grew up in the very, very deep portion of Alabama. And my family made sure that I understood my history as a Black person in America and as an American. They taught me to love my country, but my family was very emphatic that we understood our history. And one of the lessons I remember reading about and being taught about it, that not all slaves, not all, what do you call them? Not slave owners, but not all of the, I can't remember the name of the people, but they had Black overseers. Not all overseers were white. They had Black overseers as well. And those Black overseers' job was the exact same as the white overseers' job. That was to keep Black folks in line. And that's exactly what we have with Black Lives Matter. They are not here as the Harriet Tubmans of trying to move Black people out of one situation into a better situation. Black Lives Matter is the equivalent of Black overseers. They call them drivers. Their job is to manipulate and to manipulate the narrative, to manipulate the emotions of Black people, and to keep Black people towing a particular line.
All right, Kathy Barnette, thank you so much.
Thank you.